Do you want to unleash a storm of razor-sharp threads that eviscerates everything in your path? Are you tired of Suspend and eager to embrace the true Threadrunner power fantasy? What is going on, Guardians? Dorvrich here, and in this video I'll be showcasing an insanely fun and powerful Strand Hunter build that takes advantage of the new aspects and Strand buffs to make us a nearly unkillable monster. The old Suspend builds may have been nerfed, but this new build is the most fun I've ever had in this subclass. We're building around the brand new Strand Hunter aspect, Whirling MAELSTROM, which turns our tangles into homing vortexes when destroyed by either throwing or damaging them. These vortexes do a lot of damage, and will also spawn unraveling projectiles on kills, amplifying and spreading their damage even further through the battlefield. The vortexes shred through red bars and heavily damage tankier enemies, but their usefulness does not stop there. They also deal extremely fast tick damage, which we can take advantage of through the Thread of Generation fragment, which will turn every tick of damage into grenade energy and recharge our grenade incredibly quickly. We use this alongside the Widow's Silk aspect, which gives us a second grenade charge so that all that grenade energy has somewhere to go. It also creates a reusable grapple tangle whenever we use a grapple grenade, which is our grenade of choice for this build. The mobility that grapple grenade provides allows us to easily zip around the battlefield, pick up tangles, and throw them exactly where we want them. The grapple melee also unravels everything that it hits, and killing those unraveled enemies is one of our primary ways to generate tangles. With all this grappling action, the perfect exotic armor piece to top it off is the CYRTARACHNE'S Facade exotic helmet. CYRTARACHNE'S Facade causes our grapple to grant us 10 seconds of the woven mail buff every time we use it, reducing incoming damage by a whopping 60%. It also gives us flinch resistance when we have woven mail, but the damage reduction is what we really care about. With the amount of grenade energy we generate through Thread of Generation plus our vortexes, we can grapple around to our heart's content and maintain full uptime on woven mail, making us very hard to kill. Every grapple allows us to perform a grapple melee, unraveling more enemies, generating more tangles, and turning those tangles into vortexes that in turn give us more grapple energy. It's not all about the grapples either. Our melee ability, Threaded Spike, deals comparable damage to our grapple melee, can bounce to hit multiple targets, and applies the Sever debuff, causing enemies to deal 40% less damage. Since this is such a powerful ability, we are also using the Gambler's Dodge class ability to refund Threaded Spike as frequently as possible. While it's not the main focus of the build, weaving in Threaded Spike and Gambler's Dodge supplements our damage output and helps our survivability by decreasing incoming damage. The rest of our fragments are built to synergize with our ability loop, starting with Thread of Propagation. We're going to be performing a lot of grapple melees and throwing a lot of threaded spikes, and this will turn kills with either of those abilities into 8 seconds of unraveling rounds for our Strand weapons. Our next fragment, Thread of Transmutation, creates a tangle on weapon kill when we have woven mail. Although this shares the tangle cooldown with the normal method of tangle generation, killing a Strand debuffed target, we want to make as many tangles as possible with this build, and this helps ensure that we make a new one the moment the cooldown is up. Finally, Thread of Ascent helps minimize our downtime by reloading our equipped weapon when we grapple, as well as providing us with better in-air accuracy and weapon handling. This allows us to stay mobile and aggressive, and also allows for more burst damage with our heavy weapon. Our mod package provides additional ability uptime, weapon damage, and some much needed sustain. Our first mod, Heavy Handed, creates an orb on melee kill. With the amount of grapple melees and threaded spikes we use, this will trigger frequently. We also have Reaper to make an orb on our next weapon kill after dodging, and appropriate siphon mods to create orbs on weapon double kills. One of these will always be Harmonic Siphon since we want at least one Strand weapon to benefit from unraveling rounds, and the other should match whatever you choose to put in your energy slot. The orbs we generate will give us armor charge stacks, which are consumed by double Strand weapon surge for a 17% damage buff to our Strand weapons. We also use recuperation to turn every orb pickup into a 70 health burst heal, which allows us to easily sustain while under fire. With the amount of damage reduction Woven Mail provides, this healing becomes extra effective. And to ensure that we can easily collect these orbs amidst the chaos on the battlefield, the powerful Attraction mod automatically collects all nearby orbs every time we dodge. To assist our ability uptime, we're using the Bolstering Detonation mod to return 20% of our dodge energy when we connect with a grenade, and Focusing Strike for another 20% when we connect with a melee. Grapple melee counts simultaneously as a grenade and melee ability, and will refund 40% of our dodge when we land a grapple punch. Getting our dodge back quickly is important since it collects orbs to heal us and boost our damage, refunds our threaded spike, and gives us a chunk of grenade energy back through the bomber mod. Our last mod, Hands On, gives us a chunk of super energy on every melee kill, from either grapple melee or threaded spike. With the amount of melee kills we get, it would be a waste not to use this. Fill in the rest of the mod slots with the appropriate damage resists and stat mods. For stats, prioritize resilience first for damage reduction. The next priority is mobility to help our dodge cooldown, and finally discipline to get our grenade back ever so slightly faster. But as always, do not sacrifice other mods for slightly higher stats if you are tight on space. Dropping down a stat tier is much better than dropping a mod that actually does something. This brings us to the ability rotation. The goal is to generate and destroy tangles as frequently as possible, but there isn't a specific order to follow. The most important thing is to use grapple at least every 10 seconds to maintain woven mail. When a tangle spawns, either throw it at a group or priority target, or shoot it if it's already in a good position to deal heavy damage and refund grapple. Weave in threaded spike whenever possible to reduce incoming damage and assist with damage and tangle generation, and reset it with Gambler's dodge as needed. Stay mindful of orbs of power, and try to use your dodge near orbs to pick them up for healing and weapon damage. If executed correctly, you will become a violent storm of threads that rips through the battlefield, shredding anything that stands in your way. Drop a like if you found this video helpful or entertaining, subscribe if you want to see more like it, and feel free to ask any questions you have in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one, Guardians.